I will be reviewing the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. So if you want to know if it is badass or a hard pass, then continue watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every time that I post a video. So let's get into it right away. We will be talking about price. We will be talking about pros, cons, the ingredients, if the claims that they are saying are true, and everything that I see going on my face while I'm applying the powder. I'm gonna be doing a 14-hour test also on this powder, so if you want to go check this out, make sure to watch the entire video to see if I do recommend this product even after years of people loving it, because not everybody's gonna love this product, and I want to put it out there that if I don't like it, I will be telling you my most honest review on this product, and I am here to always give you my most honest opinion on any products that I try. Oh my god, a lot of people talk good about it and some people completely hate it. Awesome reviews on Sephora, but I just want to know if I recommend this product and if I can recommend it to you with all the claims, which I'm going to be testing today. In today's video, I will be testing out the flashback. I will be testing out a lot of things in today's video. We'll be reading off the claims, telling you what it's supposed to do right now. So it is supposed to hold 14 hours long. It is supposed to be lightweight and comfortable. It is supposed to be mattifying. It is supposedly transfer resistant, which we'll definitely test out. It's supposed to remove oils, and there's no oil in the product in particular. It smells good. I'm gonna see if it smells good, and it does moisturizers at the same time with the peaches and the fig milk. It's also free of parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. Also, when I read at the ingredients, there is talc, which is the first ingredient. It is safe for most skin types, but if you have any disruption in your skin, for example a cut or anything like this, or maybe even acne, I don't know, it's really not good for your skin. So it might damage your skin in the long run if it gets under your skin through these cuts or this acne if it is flared up and if it's open. So keep that in mind. Not a lot of people talk about how talc is toxic for you when it gets into under your skin and in your body. And when I looked at the fragrance, it is really high in the ingredients, which I really don't like at all. I think even the packaging smells like peaches, and I didn't even open it yet. It is this one right here. I have the mini version, which is $20 for 0.12 ounces or 3.5 grams, and all prices are in Canadian money. The full size, which I don't have, is $44 for 1.23 ounces, which is 35 grams. So that means the mini version is a scam. Don't buy the mini version, buy the full version, because it's like literally half the price and it's such a big difference in the product. The mini one is not worth it. I got this from you know, when you buy with your points online. I bought this Beauty Insider box with all peach products from Too Faced because I wanted to try out the brand. So for this particular review, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be applying a full-on cake face of product, and I'm going to be using it with the Too Faced products because I've been using them for the longest of time. Alright, so my skin is finally ready for this powder, which I kind of need right now because everything's going to crease. So the Peach Perfect, I'm going to be opening it, and it is closed, it is sealed, as you can see. And the smell is astonishing. Like it is there, okay? I do think that it is too much. There's powder coming out everywhere. When you open the thing, the powder is not that bad. Still, I don't really like powders that have fragrance, in my opinion. Little puff, which is this one right here that I use with my MAC water weight pressed powder usually. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to take a side that is clean, and I'm going to blend my concealer. I will apply this powder with the puff. So as you can see already, between the concealer and this side is lighter than this side. So even though it is translucent, it still goes to my natural skin tone, as I can say. So my eyes is not really that light anymore. I'm gonna be going on my upper eye as well, so I'll show you what's happening too while I'm putting it. And you don't need to put a lot. I just put the tiniest amount of powder just because I don't like to bake, and since I have dry skin, this will be a nightmare if it's really drying. It's a nice formula, that's what I have to say. But you do see that, like here I have a little bit of concealer which is unset, and then you see the powder, it is darker on the powder. So make sure that your concealer is way lighter than your foundation, because if it's around the same shade, you're probably going to be darker. As you can see, like it leaves kind of a patch which is lighter than the concealer. I'm gonna come a little closer to you. I turned off a beauty light because I really want you to see what's happening. So as you can see here, it is way darker than where the concealer is. So my concealer is right here, and you can see that here it is darker. It's almost the same color as my contour, which is crazy. So let me just come closer. It kind of makes my pore disappear a little bit, but not that much. I mean, the big thing that I can see right now is it gets darker on my skin, which is really weird. Like, I don't know what's happening, but it's really dark. But you can definitely see a difference, and it is darker. So you see what it does? It does like a darker patch. So what I conclude is, for now, you can't just put this under your eyes. So you do have to put it all over your face. If you don't, you're gonna have patches of weird colors on your face. So people that have been only using this under the eyes and their concealer is everywhere, or the foundation is lighter, you have patches of weird places on your face. So it does what it's supposed to do. It is mattifying. It is a beautiful product, but it oxidizes, and it's supposed to be translucent. It doesn't look translucent at all. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna be just doing a regular face, and then I'll give you my impressions, and I'm gonna do some check-ins for sure. So I'm just gonna go do my regular makeup, just, you know, to have a little face on, and I'll be right back. Oh, the rest of my makeup is applied, and it looks pretty cute. I mean, I tried to do my best with the lip liners and the thing. I didn't want something too complicated. I'm going to be able to remove that lip when I go to bed. And of course, I'm going to be testing it out for 14 hours. So it is 2:30 in the morning. So 14 hours from now, I dropped a drop of eye drops right here on my foundation just because my eyes are so dry and I have contacts. It's kind of really late. So if I have a little patch right there, it's because of the water. But let's check it out. What do I think of it? Did it crease? Is it drying? So I've been applying my makeup maybe for 10 minutes, not even. And I can see it already creasing right here. So it is drying. If you are more on the drier side, make sure that you have your skincare in check and that you have a good primer. I have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, and I had oil under my primer as well. So my face was properly moisturized, and it still is cracking. It didn't really crease that much. It's creasing more on this side. On my eyelids, it didn't really crease or anything. So that is good, and it does look a little bit cakey on my face right now, especially between the brows and just between the brows, I think. Yeah, it does look like I have something on my skin, which is the patch where I put a little bit more than the rest, and it does look darker than here on top of my brows. I'm gonna come a little bit closer for you to see what my skin looks like. Overall, for now, the powder is really good. I don't feel dry. Of course, you can see some lines that are appearing. And you know what's weird? Where I put the powder right here on my smile lines, I have a darker line just because I didn't apply it everywhere. I wanted to see what it's gonna do. And if I smile and the skin is touching each other, I feel like the heat of the skin is making it darker. I don't know if I'm crazy, but that's what I see. I'll be coming back for a check-in after a few hours. And yeah, so for now, that's what it is. And if I put some setting spray, a lot, And then when you refresh it, like I did with my setting spray, it looks better. So it does look better, but the darkness is still there. So I'm gonna do the flashback test. I'm gonna insert a picture when I do it. And I'm gonna tell you afterwards if it's worth it or not. So that are my first impressions on the product, and I will continue to tell you my opinion on the product. After 14 long hours of wearing this makeup look, I have some things to say about it, some good and some bad. So of course I'm gonna be starting with the bad things that I think about this powder, which is the Peach Perfect Too Faced Loose Setting Powder. One thing is I did get oily throughout the 14 hours of wear, and I am more on the drier side. So that is one thing that you have to consider when you are using this powder. It might be really, really good for you. It was really mattified my face when I had it, but then throughout the 14 hours, I became a little bit oily before those 14 hours. So maybe 2 hours beforehand, I was oily. So as you can see, I have like some shine on my face. It looks more kind of dewy on the cheeks, but then on the forehead, it's really, really oily. The second thing that I want to say, it is extremely drying. Even though I look oily right now, my face is really dried up. And I wanted to have my glasses just because some of you do wear glasses. I do wear glasses. And I want to show you what it did around my nose if the powder kept the foundation on my nose. And of course, I'm going to include the flashback test that I did for you to see right here. But a little bit closer for you to see what's happening on my face. Of course, if I look, I don't have my contacts right now, but I look extremely oily everywhere. It looks kind of cakey in this area right here where I put other powders when I mix the powder. The cracks and the line that appeared when I was dry are now kind of not there anymore, but it's because I became really oily. And even when I touch it, I can touch the oil, and you're gonna have to reapply it throughout the day with this powder, and maybe have like a little compartment and have it with you all the time. So I'm just gonna come back a little bit closer for you to see what's happening on my face. Going on here, it is not, the color's kind of patchy. If I touch here, the foundation didn't really stay here either. All this area, like I said, was darker from the powder, which is not good in any way. But other than that, it's a pretty good powder. Of course, there seems like a lot of negatives, but I am giving you a full honest review. Honestly, would I buy this powder for the full price? No, I wouldn't buy this powder because I think it is more on the steepier price. Of course, I bought my MAC Water Weight Pressed Powder for $42, but it does work really well, and it makes me mattified throughout the entire day, even though it has water in it. I think it's a little steep. A lot of people love this powder. I personally don't like it from the effect that it gives, how drying it is, and how it oxidizes on my skin, which is really, really weird. I don't know if you saw it, but that's what it is. And so yeah, so that is the final opinion on this powder. I'm gonna continue to use it even though I don't like it a lot, maybe on certain areas, maybe my nose, because it still kept my foundation pretty neat where I have my glasses. Of course, you do have to reapply in these areas at all times. It's totally normal. But yeah, so that is what I think. The one thing that I like about this foundation is that under my eye, it didn't crease, which usually happens all the time. So that's one thing that is good about this powder. It just is really, really drying and has a certain color, which I don't like. So you really need something lighter than your foundation. If not, it's gonna look a little bit darker. But overall, it is a good product. I don't recommend this product if you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, it might be good for you, but you have to think that it will oxidize on your skin and it will leave a darker spot in some areas if you have that type of thing. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see more of those awesome videos. So I post 5 videos a week, Monday through Friday, and if you don't want to miss any video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every time that I post a video. So I really love you, beauties, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, beauties.